Hey, good mornings, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, this is how I came across the idea for today's video. A lot of times I tell you guys, I get up about 2 o'clock and start going through all the news feeds trying to find a story, something that strikes me that I want to talk about. A lot of times I go on X or Twitter, and I cannot stand this social media platform. I've said this before, know your enemy. I don't want to ignore the people that I am most concerned about ruining my life or the future of this country. I don't want to just ignore them and turn my back on them. I want to see what they're up to, what they're saying every day, what they're planning. I want to know what's coming down the pike, what they have planned for people like me, or the whole people of the country or the world. So I was looking at what some of Elon Musk's posts, and I'm just blown away. Okay, the whole South Korea thing. There was tweets saying that Elon, get this. There was like about a half dozen posts saying that Elon Musk changed the like button to support the people of South Korea. So hit the like button. Now, look, I'm no computer genius, but this sounds like crap to me. It sounds like people just trying to get likes. Okay, so I wanted to see some more of what Elon Musk was saying. Like I said, I went there and I was amazed that nobody on the right was saying anything about South Korea. And then I saw a post by Elon. I just see some incredible, Elon Musk, he's somebody to worry about. I see this other post by him that says he's now worth $330 billion. The wealthiest man in the world, but he plans on using it to help the people of America and the people of the earth to reach Mars and to save the human race. And he's tweeting this himself. And I'm like, oh my God, here you have the most powerful, wealthiest man in the world who's buddied up to the president of the most powerful country in the world. Talking about how he's made all this money from us, from the rest of the people of the United States, of the world. The wealthiest man in the world has all the power, and he's trying to tell everybody that he's going to share it. He's going to help the world. What a bunch of crap. And then I see a post by him saying defund the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, which I love to, think about it. Our civil liberties, our rights to speak, to protest, to gather in public, our civil liberties. He wants to, so I started thinking about that. Defund it. Is the ACLU funded by the U.S. government? I don't think so. I don't think it is. I don't know. But just the fact that he's saying this scares me, that he's picked the people protecting our civil liberties to go after. Okay. Then I see something else he reposted, and I'm going to use this on my thumbnail. It's some guy called Cernovich. I believe he's from Canada. I've never heard this guy before, another right-wing nut. And he's talking about druggies. Now, I said this in yesterday's video. I think it was yesterday's video. Look, I can call myself a crackhead, and I don't mind other recovering addicts or addicts referring to me as an ex-crackhead or something like that, or an ex-druggie or an ex-junkie or anything like that. People that have been through it, or me, I can use that. It's like I said, it's like one of those words that people, it's like a slur. I can call myself that, but don't let me hear you call me that, especially if you're not an addict, if you've never been if you've never had the disease of addiction. Okay, so this guy says that people should, basically sums it up. He says, your compassion is misguided, your morality is broken. He's angry because there's so much compassion he thinks there's so much compassion shown towards druggies, like I used to be. But it doesn't give any compassion to the people that they hurt, the people that they stole from, the people that they groomed, or worse. And I'm looking at this. I would have never gotten clean if it wasn't for compassion. I started going, the only thing that got me clean after 13 trips to detox was the methadone clinic. And if it wasn't for their compassion there, and other people's compassion, the people at detox, and my family's compassion, the people that cared about me, that showed me they cared about, that I'm still a person, You know, that's the thing. I wasn't a druggie. I was a person with the disease of addiction. And I still feel kind of bad. I still feel kind of guilty saying that. I feel like I'm making an excuse for myself, but I'm really not. You know, now that I'm clean and sober, 18 years, I'm a successful, working, tax-paying member of society. You know, and I realize I've always been a good person. I was a good person before I started using drugs. I was a good person after I used drugs, you know, and during that period, I had a disease, and I still have the disease, you know, and referring to these people as druggies that don't deserve compassion, you're dehumanizing them. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I was controlled. You know, I hate to say that, but I was controlled. Every day I didn't want to do what I did. You know, every night I would go to bed and say, tomorrow's going to be different. I can't do this. I want to die in my sleep. I cannot do this again tomorrow. I can't lie, steal, lie, and cheat to get to get my drugs. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I'd rather die. And I'd wake up and I'd do it again. I was out of, there was no control. I had no control over myself. I would just find myself doing things that I would never even imagine that I would do. Selling myself, performing acts that I never thought. You ask any recovering heroin or crack junkie addict the stuff they did. But I'm a person. I'm a good person. Okay, let's talk about the grooming thing. All right, I've talked about this before. I was groomed. The guy that was dating my mother. All right, if you watch my videos, my dad died when I was 9. My mother started dating a cop, a respected cop with all sorts of commendations and all that. Good Irish man. And he started doing things. And he did them from the time I was 11 till the time I was 14 or 15. And I beat him with a bat. That's the long and short of it. And that's right around the time I started using too. I'm not blaming my using on being groomed, but he definitely groomed me. So for this guy to say this, that's particularly offensive to me, because I know a lot of people that actually, started using drugs because of that stuff being done to them. Compassion is the only way that I got clean, by people showing me that they loved me and that they cared about me, and they knew that I was a person, a good person, and that I was capable of more. I'm getting goosebumps. That's the only way that I got clean. Otherwise, I would have just let myself rot and die, and I wouldn't even made the attempt to get clean. This guy is misguided. That's what I have to say for right now. I'll be back later with another video. Recovery is possible. That's the point of this video. I've been clean and sober, completely clean and sober, since October 23rd of 2006, over 18 years. Not a sip of alcohol, not one pill, not one toke, not one line, nothing. Over 18 years clean and sober. Recovery is possible. Have a good Thursday.